My favorite characters in this deck are these Big Mom Pirate Bird guys. They each play each other, and the bigger guys will even summon from the deck. Like, what is this, Yu-Gi-Oh? Viscount Hyoko is 5 cost, 6,000 power, and if he's KO'd during your opponent's turn, he can play out a Count Niwatori from your deck by putting back 1 Dawn, which you'll just get right back out again. Count Niwatori is 6 cost, 7,000 power, with an almost identical effect. He, however, plays out the Baron Tamago from your deck. And this guy is a little different, but he's a blocker, so he can really trip up your opponent. At 3 cost, he's also good to play out early to start up this loop. The key difference in his effect is that he'll play the character from your hand, so you'll always need a Hyoko in your hand to start. The 8 cost Crocodile is an insanely useful card. He pretends he's yellow and adds the top card of your deck onto your life. Also, when your opponent attacks, you can put a Dawn back to cycle your hand. This will also activate your leader's effect, so if you didn't have an active Dawn before, well, now you do. And now you can use something like Blast Breath. You might have noticed I don't play Mr. 2. He can be fantastic in decks that want to drop 10 cost bodies all the time, but I think he's a red herring in other purple decks, especially if they have a unique strategy or simply focus on smaller characters. Ramping 1 Dawn isn't that important to me, and there are other options that can better set up your later turns. Miss Wednesday, for instance, gives you the chance to ramp it on early. By putting 1 Dawn back and then getting it active again, you can trigger your leader's effect to ramp 1 Dawn. She's also useful in the late game, especially if you plan to use all of your Dawn during your turn. Just like the 8 cost Crocodile, putting the Dawn back and pulling it out again essentially just gives you a free Dawn during your opponent's turn, 2 counting your leader. It may seem small, but it adds up, and your opponent won't see it coming. Kuma is just one of those cards that can go in almost every yellow deck. Netting you 2 life cards and being a 7k swing is too good to pass up on. The 3 cost Sanji also fits nicely into this deck, since each time your opponent tries to remove him, you can protect him for free. You even get to restand your Dawn this way, which pairs with your events too. He'll reliably get to 6,000 power, and you'll even crack 7,000 power during the endgame, so he's a seriously sticky threat. The 5 cost Rosinante can help fix your hand and get these events in the trash for Sanji, but mostly he'll be used to give you free Dawn each turn to power up your events. I like going second in this deck, because while you have a lot of odd-numbered costs, it's still nice to have a free Dawn around if you play something like Rosinante or Hyoko. As a general rule, I almost always take the first attack into life because it's really helpful to start building up your hand. I usually take the second as well, especially in this deck where you have Kumas and Crocodiles to get you back your life. It is a little scary to dip below 2 life though, and that'll happen after your 3rd turn, where having that extra Dawn card around to use your events just makes sure you're safe. On my 8 Dawn turn, I'll hold off on Crocodile. I prefer to drop a Kuma or a Rosinante to propel myself into my 10 Dawn turn. Once you have 10 Dawn, you can feel good in putting 2 back to use Crocodile's effect.